What's going on, guys? My name is Andrew Ting and welcome to What We Drive. This is the BMW i8 and today I'm going to give you a quick tour of it. First thing first, by the time I filmed this video, this BMW i8 has been listed for sale. So unfortunately, I can't really test drive this thing. However, this car's got many interesting things about the exterior and the interior, and let's get started. As we know, the BMW i8 came out a couple years ago, and it's nothing new. However, I think its exterior and the design makes it one of the most unique and best looking cars in the market. The front face of the BMW i8 looks really sharp. You still have the BMW's signature grills, but this time they're finished with this blue shape, and it's not really a grill because it's got an electric motor in the front. You also have this blue circle surrounding the BMW logo to suggest that this car is a hybrid. But my favorite part is the headlights. It's got LED strips and two high beams, and then overall design is just so simplistic and so unique. If you look into this thing, you can actually see a glass board kind of blocking the actual light from its cables, therefore making this light looks way deeper than the way it is. That's really cool. And lastly, in many cars, the turn signal is dedicated to a separate light. However, in the BMW i8, the turn signal is actually integrated within the daytime running light. But when you turn the turn signal on, the daytime running light has to shut off in order to make space for the turn signal, which I think is quite unique. Let's look at the back of this car. Just look at it. Don't you think this is one of the best and most unique looking backs in the world? And the best part is the LED lights. Of course, it's got LED strip and a turning signal and the actual lights are separated, but just look at it. Don't you think this thing looks like something from the future? Meanwhile, this car has also got those big aerodynamic holes so the wind can flow through, and I can put my hand through here, no problem. And there's also that kind of thing underneath here, which again, I can put my hand through, no problem. However, the front hood is not meant to be open actually, and even if we want to open this thing, it takes about 2 people to finish the job. And I don't think many people know how to open this thing because it's usually opened during the maintenance process or repairing process, but I will show you how to do it. First, you open the door and you pull this ring right here, and this one here. Now, with the 2 loops pulled, you can see that the front hood has been popped from both sides. And now, what you do is you take each side and lift it up. This thing is actually quite heavy, and that's as far as it goes. That's why I said you need to put something like that wood box underneath here to keep it in place. So in the front, you've got this electric motor that outputs 141 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. Let's look at the back trunk. Hold the key down and then you are in. Inside here, you don't see the luggage compartment immediately because again, it's kind of hidden to protect your privacy. So basically, you can take this cover out so you can see the back trunk. Inside here, it's actually really small. I don't see how this thing can be practical given that it's only the size of a backpack. Moreover, inside here, it's a 1.5-liter twin-power turbo 3-cylinder engine that produces 228 horsepower and 236 pound-feet of torque. Therefore, the BMW i8 has a total of 369 horsepower with 420 pound-feet of torque. And thanks to its lightweight chassis, it can do 0 to 60 in 4.2 seconds with a top speed of 155 miles per hour. Not really supercar territory, but pretty good. This is what it sounds like on the outside. And the inside. Ooh. On the side, as you can see, there is no door handle because BMW hides it so to preserve the beautiful body line of this car. And in order to get in, you basically put your hand underneath the door. It's actually hidden inside here. Pull it, and then the door opens like an eagle wing. As soon as you open the door, you can see something really interesting because the BMW i8 is constructed with this carbon fiber reinforced plastic. So when you open the door, you can actually see the framework and the look of the carbon fiber on the car, which I think is really unique and really cool. And now comes the difficult part. As you can see on the side, it's actually quite tall and making it difficult to get in, but I'll show you. Basically, you kind of slide in this way and then slide your legs in and you are in. Coming inside a BMW i8, I must say this may be one of my favorite interiors. This car has 3 ones that's really interesting. The first one is that it's got only one cup holder in the center console, which means if the passenger and you are both holding a drink, the two of you may have to fight for this cup holder unless one of you are willing to hold it in hand or put into the cup holder in the back. The second one is that it's got only one air conditioning fan in the middle. And to prevent people from fighting, BMW put 2 AC fans in the right. So technically the 2 AC fans here are for the driver, while the other 2 are for the passenger. You can sort of tell that BMW put this LED light all the way here to kind of make this place more belongs to the driver. But still, the uneven placement of the AC fans, it's still pretty funny. The last one, as many of you may know, is that one large speaker in the middle of the 2 back seats, which outputs that fake VA sound as you drive around the street. And the seats are sports seats for sure. They've got this blue stitches and it's finished in leather and fabric. They hold you pretty well and pretty decent in place, but the bolsters are not too big, plus the leather is actually really soft, so actually feels pretty comfortable. And you probably wouldn't believe it, although this car looks like a 2-door super sports car, it's actually got 2 seats in the back and they have their own dedicated stitches and 2 blue seat belts just like the ones in the front. And to get out of BMW i8, although there's no door handle, just like the outside, you simply push this button and then you can push the door out. The steering wheel is nicely wrapped in leather and has pretty good grip to it, but my favorite parts are that the BMW logo, it's surrounded by the blue circle, and there's also blue line that's kind of going around the entire wheel. That's combined with the environmental LED lights, it's a really good touch. What's really cool is this little detail when you select between different driving modes. The car starts in comfort mode by default, which has this silver whitish looking dashboard to suggest that you're in the comfort mode. And if you put this thing into Eco Pro, the color turns blue with only 50% of power. And lastly, when you put this thing into drive and to sports, the dashboard turns bright red to suggest the maximum power you are getting. And when you are done, press the P button for park, and then the shift lever pops back into place, which is kind of funny. So that was a quick tour of the BMW i8. Even though this thing came out a couple years ago, it remains as one of the most beautiful and unique cars in the market. And oh boy, just look at its design. This thing, it's an absolute head turner for sure. I hope you liked today's video. If you do, please give me a like, comment, or share with your friends, and subscribe to What We Drive so you won't miss out on my future videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I will be seeing you next week. Ooh.